What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 13, episode 4, and the episode is titled Elevator. So, let's get right into this review. So, we start this episode off with everyone getting ready for the day. We have Dorit, she's FaceTiming her husband, and we also see Kyle do the same thing. Basically, we learned that PK and Mauricio, they went to dinner together, and they bonded on the fact that they both are having a hard time in their marriages. Basically, we also learned that Mauricio, he basically doesn't want to fight with Kyle, so he just basically said that she right and everything. Now, moving on from that, we actually see Erica and Crystal. They go to lunch together, and they basically talk about Sutton. And Crystal, she feels like if Sutton had gotten chosen first, she may have felt differently. I absolutely agree with her. I definitely feel like if Sutton would have been one of the ladies that was chosen first, she would have had a great time, and we would not be hearing any of this. So then, Crystal, she asked if Erica missed her old life. Now, here's what threw me off about this conversation is that Erica basically sounded like she missed the holidays and nothing else. Okay, I'm just like, okay, that's the story that you want to tell us. Nonetheless, we move on to Garcelle and Sutton. Why are they on a gondola ride in the middle of Vegas? Like, who does that, number one? Number two, Garcelle, she talks about how, she felt with Dorit basically telling her that, she should get over this when it comes to her children. Now, I cannot lie. What annoyed me about this was the fact that every time Garcelle opened up her mouth, the little gondola guy, he would start singing to the top of his lungs. And I don't understand how neither Sutton or Garcelle did not turn back and look at that man and say, if you open up your mouth one more damn time, it's going to be a problem. Because don't you see I'm mic'd up? Don't you see I'm trying to film a scene and get my point across? Stop playing with me. But that's just me. That's how I would have probably reacted. But nonetheless, we move on to see Kyle and Dorit. They're at lunch, and Dorit is still feeling some type of way about Garcelle. And then she goes on to question Kyle about, why she's not drinking. Honestly, it seems like a lot of the housewives have stopped drinking. I don't know if they have become alcoholics. I don't know if they just want to do a cleanse. I don't know what's going on. But Kyle is not the only housewife to give up alcohol. We're seeing it with a few ladies on Potomac, and now we're seeing it with Kyle. Okay? So, yeah, there was nothing really going on in that scene besides the fact that in her confessional, Sutton, she felt like Kyle is going through a midlife crisis. And honestly, I agree. I think she's definitely going through a midlife crisis. And Kyle, as well as Dorit, they sit around, they talk or whatever, and basically these two are growing apart, okay? Mauricio and Kyle are growing apart, and she don't know what to do about it, okay? I don't think she's trying to do anything about it either. So it sounds like Mauricio's business has been booming, okay? And he has a lot of events that he has to go to. Of course, he wants his wife to be there. He has to shake hands, meet all these people. And now Kyle wants to be a homebody, okay? She doesn't want to go out. She doesn't want to drink at all these social events. But here's my thing. I think really the problem with their relationship right now is that there is a power dynamic that has switched, and Kyle was not ready for it. Just think about it. Mauricio, of course, he's been doing his own thing with the real estate stuff, right? However, now Mauricio is practically a household name, okay? Kyle was always that girl in the relationship. Everybody knew who she was. She was a child actress, blah, blah, blah. We have now gotten to the point where Mauricio, he has his own show about real estate. He's now, leveling up, and she ain't used to that. I think that is what's happening. I don't think that Kyle is used to Mauricio leveling up to a point where people are acknowledging him outside of being Kyle Richards' husband. I really do. Now, he may also be doing some shady stuff on the side. I'm not negating from that. She's probably doing some shady stuff as well. But I do feel like there is a power dynamic that has shifted in their relationship. And that's what's really, forcing them to realize that things are changing. And she don't like it. But let's go ahead and move on, right? Okay, so we learned that Garcelle and Sutton, they actually went to go have a conversation with her son, Oliver. Now, according to this show, he was caught kissing some other girl, I guess on a Vanderpump Rules show. I don't watch that show, have no interest. But he got caught kissing this girl, and he got a lot of flack for it. But according to Garcelle, what the audience did not know was that he's actually separated, I guess, from his wife. So he's justified in kissing this girl. Okay, whatever. So now everybody, they get together and they are ready to go out. Now, at first, I was like, what in the coyote ugly is happening right now? Because everybody had on like cowboy themed outfits. And I'm like, where are y'all going? So they're supposed to be going to like some country bar type place. Now, keep in mind, you guys, Kyle is wearing a $6,000 cowboy hat that has real diamonds on it. And I'm just like, must be nice to walk around with a fancy kimosabi hat. Now, here's my thing. Garcelle, you gonna have to get these fashions together because that jacket that you put on, it didn't go with the pants. But I'm gonna relax on you. I am. So the ladies end up going to dinner and they go to like a steakhouse. And Kyle, of course, she's ordering a mocktail. The ladies are over her. They're like, girl, could you please order a real drink? Garcelle, she has a game for the ladies to play while they wait on their food. And like one of the questions was about if humans can be monogamous. And here comes Erica. And I mean, baby girl had a long-winded speech. However, she's over here talking about the lioness choosing the younger lions and all of this. But I was hollering when Dorit was in her confessional, like, girl, what are you talking about? Because you married the oldest man around, okay? Nobody man is as old as yours was. Tom was 1,000 years old when you got with him. And I thought that was hilarious. So Kyle, she says that basically it's difficult for everyone and that each relationship, is different. Everybody sets their own rules or whatever. Child, let's move on to the next question because Garcelle, she asked if a man cheats one time, would that be enough to let the relationship go? Now, for her own answer, she said that she doesn't know because Garcelle is not here for cheating. You know what I'm saying? Especially, she goes on to talk about how she thought that the guy that she was going to be with forever, which was her ex-husband, or should I say that ugly ass ex-husband of hers, and he was out here cheating. He had been cheating on her for 5 years with some woman in Chicago. And when she found out about it, she ended up sending an email to everybody that knew them. And keep in mind, you guys, she also sent that same email to a lot of people in the industry or whatever, basically airing him out, right? So here's the thing. After they talk about that, Dorit talking about how she ain't here for cheating. She will go Lorena bobbing on PK and all of this. I'm like, all right, fine. Here's my thing, y'all. What stood out to me in this whole scene was everybody decided to order steaks, right? Now, on top of them ordering their own steaks, they have this big ass tomahawk steak in the middle of the table. And I'm just like, y'all could have just shared that. I'm not understanding why everybody's ordering steaks. And then on top of that, where was the sides? I'm like, where is your side of something to go with this huge steak that's sitting on y'all plates? I'm confused. But I digress. Nonetheless, so they ask a question about at what point does money stop making you happier or whatever? And a few of the ladies, they were like, I would never want to be a billionaire, blah, blah, blah. And here comes Erica. Now, she opens up about having to downsize and how it gives her so much anxiety to have to look at her bills because she never had to look at bills before when she was married to Tom. And she just can't shop how she used to shop. And, I just can't do what I used to do. But I'm just like, girl, you are rich broke. Like, there's a difference between being broke, and rich broke. And you are at the rich broke level because you're still getting paid a nice amount of money to be on this show. You still have a very nice house. You still have money to have a glam team. Girl, get out of our face with this. Like, now, I will say this is probably the most vulnerable she's been, but be for real. Like, you did not go broke. Nonetheless, they bring out a birthday cake for Crystal, and I'm just like, we still celebrating that? Like, I thought her birthday has been celebrated with the Magic Mike thing. It should have been a one and done. Nope, we still partying. So the ladies go to this place called Gillies, and it is basically a country club. The ladies, they see the mechanical bull, and now a few of the ladies want to participate. Kyle, she gets on the bull first. She lasted about 25 minutes. And then here goes Sutton. She goes up there. First of all, she was giving that man 50,000 rules. Don't touch me here. Don't put me there. Don't hold me this way. I'm like, girl, don't even get on the bull. So she gets up there. She has her hands so stiff in the air. And I'm like, are you trying to flag him down to stop? What's happening? She only lasted 14 seconds. And I'm surprised that it went that far. Now, I did holler with Erica. She was like, if Sutton's bull riding skills are anything like her dick riding skills, no wonder she's not getting a second date. I did holler. I did. Because Sutton was so stiff. Nonetheless, the ladies, they are getting ready to leave Las Vegas, right? Because it's the next day. They are heading out, and Erica's Magic Mike friends, they appear in the elevator. So Erica is like, yeah, she said your show was shitty, referring to Sutton, right? Now, I don't recall her saying that. Somebody let me know in the comments. I don't know if Sutton actually said that, but now you have Sutton. She's trying to explain that that's not what was said, and how she apologizes for leaving early from the show, and all of this stuff. The guys go down the elevator. Sutton is now feeling away. However, Erica, she feels like she's vindicated for some type of reason. So next thing you know, the ladies are in the van, headed to the airport or whatever. And now we have people getting into it, okay? So they talk about Sutton and how she reacted, or should I say she overreacted at the Magic Mike thing. Kyle is telling her that she was unhinged and over the top. And of course, did y'all peep that Garcelle, she was like, yeah, I agree. I said, uh-oh. Is this going to be a change in the friendship between Garcelle and Sutton? So Sutton, she's over here getting teary-eyed and apologizes for ruining everybody's experience. You have Dorit, she's trying to calm her down. But Garcelle, she's like, I wish, Dorit, that you would have went after her, because it's always me. It's always me going after her. Now, to me, it sounds like Garcelle's tired. Garcelle is tired of Sutton, and no, she cannot bring Sutton down from, level 10 to a level 2 because she's not her therapist. I don't know, like, in that moment, I feel like the way Garcelle responded, at least to me, it seemed like she is sick and tired of Sutton. But I'm like, well, if that's the case, you need to have a conversation with Sutton. Like, I don't think it should have been Dorit's responsibility to go run after Sutton either. Like, be for real. You chose to get up. You know that you're the closest person to her. The other girls don't even rock with her like that. So, girl, it kind of is what it is. You should have a conversation with Sutton and be like, hey, I really don't appreciate the way you overreacted. Like, you gotta chill out. And maybe Sutton will take some advice from Garcelle versus somebody like Kyle who came over later, and we're gonna get to that. So Sutton, she apologizes again, and she just wants this conversation to be over. Now, we see that the ladies, they are back in Beverly Hills, and Erica, she meets up with Garcelle. Now, Garcelle, I don't know, this whole conversation, it was given, and is Garcelle about to switch sides? Because it sounded like she really wanted to be Erica's friend in this whole conversation. Like, it's giving, I'm sick of Sutton, let me see what the other girls have going on. Of course, she also is not feeling Dorit, because Dorit felt some type of way about Garcelle feeling some type of way about the ladies and her kids. Now, especially when Dorit gets defensive, that's what really is something that Garcelle does not like, and I can understand that because I have no idea how Dorit decided to flip that around and make it about her. So again, they talk about Vegas, and Garcelle, she talks about Sutton and how she thought Erica was initially going to go after Sutton, when the whole situation first went down. But y'all remember, Erica, she was really cool about everything. That's because she's slick, okay? This girl, she knew to have her Magic Mike friends waiting on that elevator. Because why would they be on the same level or coming up or down in any way, shape, or form near where they are? Be for real right now. Like, for real. Be for real. Nonetheless, Garcelle, she basically says that she wants Sutton to fight her own battles. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that. I do. However, this just seems like there's about to be like a shift between Garcelle and Sutton. Or at least that's just what it seems like to me. Nonetheless, y'all, let's get to this last scene, which is Sutton and Kyle. Baby, Kyle comes over to Sutton's house and they talk about Vegas. And Sutton, she is over there mocking Erica. And when I tell you I was hollering because her impression of Erica was hilarious. Now, in the confessional, Sutton, she says that she has realized that Kyle is not her friend. They may be friendly towards each other, but that girl ain't her friend. So, Kyle, she's like, well, Sutton, you really lost your shit when we were, at the Magic Mike thing. You've lost your shit a couple of times, and, you just lose it in these ridiculous situations. Baby, here comes Sutton. Name him. Name him. Name him. And every time Kyle tried to peep a word, here comes Sutton with the name him. Name him. Name him. Name him. Name him. Name him. Like, she could have had a whole song called Name him. You need to drop the song, Sutton. The housewives usually all drop a song. I don't think none of the Beverly Hills housewives. Y'all, no. The housewives of Beverly Hills, y'all don't have a singer. Y'all don't have nobody in your crew that be singing. Sutton, it could be you. You could drop the Name 'em song. But nonetheless, Kyle, she does try to like list off times when Sutton went off on people. However, at that point, I just feel like the conversation was over. Once Sutton started hitting you with those name 'ems, it was over. Because Sutton, she's definitely going to stand on the fact that there were probably things done to her prior to her actions in some of those events. And also, this whole Magic Mike thing, did she overreact? Absolutely. But because she know that y'all not friends that well, Kyle, she's taking what you say with a grain of salt. Like I said, maybe if this would have came from Garcelle, she would have taken it differently. I don't think she would have told Garcelle, name them. Name them. I don't see that happening. But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.